playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, it all starts the first of 6 on this Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason. It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ that feels like gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gross. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
The 2nd down throw for Young. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And they have possession. The 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Tua. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
To a hit, and the ball is in.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Check. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. His kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover. The field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Their second drive here of the ball game, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up and bit a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Young off the play fake. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The play fake, now Young. He finds his man, complete. It's King. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll run, Achane. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. One more time with Achane. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone and not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Dolphins getting set to go here. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Will Anderson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Bust through the tackle, and he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Play action. Now it's Tua. Being chased. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 33. 2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Jalen Phillips coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Shreds the tackle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Lucas Van Ness. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. A nice little juke, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Young now. Throw caught by Achane. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, Young. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Achane diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Rivers. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. Down the right sideline. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
And it's 21-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime of this. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the return will stop right around the 25. But pretty much everything went their way. First half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Will Anderson getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is right there. It's good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense set to regain possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Off the play fake, Young. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot. And following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed. The red flag is...
After review of the play.
So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass. Young looks to throw on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's King. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Texans first down.
Up the middle, Achane. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. They'll run it. Achane with it. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Devon Achane. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Dolphins 6.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. 66 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run, shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
We can't have that.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Tua now on first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Lucas Van Ness able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Throwing on second and long. Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout. And they come up with the interception in the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Young. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On gain of 19 yards. First down, Houston.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
1 yard gain.
Now a second down throw for Young. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Watson, 58 yards. And the Texans are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second downs. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little under pressure. They got him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. He'll take it at the 42. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On first down, back to Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Again, it's Achane. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still pat. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Young on third down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game.
Here we go.
Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
There he goes left side. He's still on his feet. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devon Achane saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
42. Dolphins 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From midfield, here's Tua. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter, here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ready. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the move.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Now Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The 35-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver Hill. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Tua now on 1st down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Tua going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2nd and 6.
At the 7-yard line.
Achane on the counter. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And now they're in the hurry up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It's Young off play action. They'll roll him out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They'll go. Achane. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa to the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you